All right, let's get into Nioh 3 today. We've got the 9070 XT at 4K resolution. Right now the settings are as follows, so let's jump into it here. Let's go down to visuals and come down here. We are at 4K, so you can see that there. We're on the very low preset. We're going to start there and check that out. So let's see what we can do here. This game moves everything around for you. You got to turn all this up to get back to native. All right, so I'm bringing you along for the ride. That way you know exactly what I'm testing here. So let's jump into it. And this is one of those games that if you pause, the game just keeps going. So I do have like some sort of God mode thing, I guess, enabled. I don't know what you call it. It's where they don't hit me, I guess. So as we go through this section here, we'll be able to hopefully get a good test without a bunch of chaos. All right, yeah, so let's see here. We've got 69, 66 FPS here. So let's see what we can do on a little bit higher setting in a moment. Let's go ahead and just end this guy here. All right. Yeah, combat's pretty good here, so I'm not sure what weapon this is that I have, though. I ran out of stamina. I do that constantly. All right, so let me just go ahead and switch over. Again, they can't hit me, so I can actually do this test. All right, so let's jump into, let's go to low. All right, so let's go ahead and apply that. And then let's come to this because it automatically does this every time. Let's turn that back up to 100. All right, go ahead and apply it, and then we'll jump back into it. All right, so we are now at the low settings, still at native. Dropped us under 60, looks like. So we have a little ways to go as far as that is concerned. We need to upscale at some point already. So yeah, again, this is a brand new title, so probably going to be a little bit tougher to run at 4K than what you've kind of seen me go through with some of the older stuff. But yeah, here we go. These dudes have a lot of health for like a brand new area. All right. All right, let's jump in and see what we can expect a little bit further here. Again, that is that no hit thing is doing great for me here. So let's go to standard. We got high and very high. So let's go to standard and then go back into here. We need to turn this off and come back up to native. All right, so let's go and apply that. All right, so we're at standard and native. All right, so we're fighting this dude here at 50 FPS. Definitely need to do probably an upscale at some point. But, you know, for a title like this, I would probably say it's such a fast-paced title. You've got blocking and parrying systems, so I would want something that's a little bit, you know, higher FPS for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and probably do an upscale now. And just kind of let my stamina get back in place. So let's come back over here. Let's do an upscale. All right, so come into here. Where is it? Advanced resolution settings. Let's go down to, I guess, 65. That's the closest we can get to what I would consider a quality upscale. So let's come into here. All right, so let's see what that does. That brings us back up to 79 FPS at standard. That gives us a little bit more headroom. We could probably go up in our overall quality settings. Let's see if we can get this dude to lay down. This is like right at the beginning of the game, so it's pretty intense right off the start. Definitely not a slow game or a slow story at all. Get my stamina back here. All right, cool. Do we have anything else? Everything looks good. All right, so I'm going to jump over and go up to another quality setting here. So that was standard. Let's go high. Going to apply it. Come back into here. It kept it to 65, so that's good. We need to get rid of this frame limiter though. All right, so let's go ahead and apply that. Come back. Come back. All right, so I'm going to advance the story. I'll cut this out and I'll be right back. So this would be a quality upscale at the high setting. All right, so we're at 87, 80, 78 FPS here. So let's just come up here. I have the ignore hits mod on just so I can run this test because there's just no way I'd be able to operate a menu without being destroyed every time. So yeah, let's jump over here. Looking pretty good though. We've got 85 FPS. We're going to go down in this underground area here. Jumps way up in the underground area, which is kind of nice to see. You know, depending on, you know, where you're at in the game, you do have a little bit of a swing, but looks like you get a break whenever you're in some enclosed areas. Story elements, I will cut those out, so no worries. All right, another fight here. So a lot of fighting in this title. We've not really gotten into the game very much at all, and we're already working through everybody. Let's come through it. All right, so 86 here. VRAM looks good though. I mean, we're fine on that, so let me get out of this one. All right, so let me jump into the settings. Let's go all the way up. Let's see what we can expect whenever we go all the way up on our settings here. All right, so we're going to go to very high. We're going to apply that. Resolution settings, ignore the craziness going on in the background. So we're going to leave it on quality. All right, so this is a quality upscale at very high, basically maxed out settings. And you are at 96 FPS in this area, probably just because it's very closed off. Let's see when these effects come in. All right, so 96, 94. Definitely a hard game. I can already tell. So yeah, 93 FPS here. Let's jump over and see what the very next levels can do for us here. So let's go into visuals, and we're going to bring this down to 50. All right, so this will be a performance upscale. Let's go and apply it. All right, so this is 4K performance upscale. Everything's set to the maxed out settings here. So we can come into here eventually, and we'll be able to do some advanced settings. All right, so we'll jump into that after this. All right, let's just see how this performs. At performance, we've got 120 FPS. It's capping it at 120. That's just something the game does. But you're touching 120 here and there on these current settings. So this is really good too. All right. Man, this is like a lot of freaking health. I know that you can like do a bunch of stuff to wear them out easier. I'm just unfortunately not that good at these types of games. Just gonna ninja star her. Alright. Do a little feather action. I don't know what these do. I just started this game, so I have no idea what I'm doing. She's blocking every one of those though. Alright, so let's jump over and see what we can do in some of those more advanced settings. So we're going to bring this back up to 65. Alright, so that's as close to the quality upscale as I can get. Alright, so then we're going to come down here and not worry about frame gen right now. Let's just come back, go ahead and go into it. Alright, so we are going to go into here and then kick over to these advanced settings. So let's go into here and see, make sure everything's all the way out. So let's go model texture ultra. Let's come into here. We can do our anisotropic filtering to 16. We're just really trying to punish this as much as we can to see what we can do. VRAM's looking good though. All right, so let's go to post effects. Let's see, standard quality. Let's go to high quality. Let's just go ahead and max everything out as far as we can go. All right, so this is basically as high as you can get this current title to run. Let's go into visuals again, make sure that we are at the current level here. Let's go up to, let's go to a 75%, like an ultra quality, and see how it runs with all these different things enabled. All right, so let's come into here. I just want to see what it would do. All right, so yeah, we're still at 75 FPS here. 80, looks really good. Got a lot of particle effects going on. This is really a good test of it, I think. I haven't played the whole game, obviously. This is the very, very beginning. All right, so yeah, we're at 69, 66, 62. All right, let's do some, let's do a little bit more. Let's go back to native. I just want to see what native would look like. All right, so let's go into here. Come up to it. All right, so we are at native. All right, so let's jump back in. Let's see what native does. All right, so that's 50 FPS. So maybe at native with some frame gen. Let's test that out next. I think it's one of those sections where you're like not supposed to beat this boss because I can't imagine fighting this person this early in the game. All right, so we're back into it. We are just at native, and we have basically just turned on frame generation. So this is native with frame generation. You're getting about 90 FPS here. And it's looking really good. All right, so let's come over here. I'm going to restore my health real fast. All right, so this looks good. All right, so let's just run around here for a minute. Brought that enemy back. All right, let's see what we're at. So we are at, let's see, visuals here. So we're still at 4K. Everything does look really good. So we're just going to jump into this setting here and just bring it down to what I would consider like ultra quality with that frame generation enabled. And this is probably a pretty good way to play it. It's saying that there's some video RAM issues though. So let's see what our metrics say over here. So our metrics say we're allocating 13, so we're fine. That's just the game being too cautious. We're still at 129 FPS, 122 FPS here. So this looks really nice. God, I got used to that God mode thing. All right, so I mean, this is probably going to be a pretty good way to play it. Let's just jump over here and see what we can do as far as kind of finishing out the test here. So let's go in here and just bring this down to 65. This would be like a quality setting, close enough to it at least. That gives you about 160 FPS. Now on this title, that's more than enough in my opinion. Everything looks really good. It's nice and fluid. All right, so let's jump over here and just go through it real quick before we end everything. This has been a brutal test to go through. Just there's some quirks with it. Nothing wrong with the game at all. It's just on my end. Lots and lots and lots of trying to figure out this menu. All right, yeah, so we are back on quality, or we're back on performance. And right here, we're at about 170 FPS. VRAM allocation looks fine. I'm just gonna, you know, not worry about that guy and just come down here. All right, there we go. So we're all the way through it. See, this has been a pretty good run through it. I mean, it's a brand new game. I don't want to jump into much of the story quite yet and wind up ruining it. But yeah, it looks really good. He's just gonna like follow you in here. That's crazy. All right, so yeah, I'm going to jump through this, and we will probably see you guys in the very next video. Peace.